Hey, what's up, ladies and guys? Welcome to Let's Fix Things. I got a 2006 Ford F350 with a 6.0 diesel. Sorry about the wind. It's a windy fall day. But this is a project truck of mine I've owned for about 2 years, and I don't remember if I've done the oil change on it since I bought the truck. I've been doing a lot of work on this truck. There's a whole bunch of videos. There's a whole series of videos on my channel on this truck and how I got it, and you can see the state of it now. Yesterday was the first day I got it actually on the road, and as I was driving around, I'm like, I don't think I ever changed the oil on it. I'm not sure if I did or not. I'm not going to go back through the 15-20 videos that I have to see if I changed the oil on it. I'm just changing the oil on it. So it should be quick and simple. Let me show you what we need to change the oil on it, and then we're just going to get this going real quick. As you can see, I got brand new bed on there. The whole thing's undercoated. I got to put another coat on it eventually, but this is what we got. All right, we're going to do a quick oil change. I need 15 quarts of 1540 diesel oil. So I got that right there. I buy it in 5-gallon pails because I have 2 diesels. It's a lot easier. Well, actually, I have more than 2. I have equipment diesels. This is a Motorcraft filter right there, FL2016. Gonna need a 36 millimeter socket to take the filter cap off. Gonna need, I do believe it's a 19 millimeter for the oil drain plug. Gonna need something to take the O-ring off of the cap. And there should be a new O-ring in here. Gonna need a 1/2-inch drive wrench for your 36 millimeter socket. And if you're using a 1/2-inch drive on that, you're also going to need a torque wrench. The oil cap is, I do believe, 19 foot-pounds for the plastic oil cap. The drain plug, I think it ranges from 18 to 22 foot-pounds for the drain plug on the bottom of the oil pan. Like I said, the pick is just to help get the oil, the O-ring off the cap and put the new one on. And then you need 15 quarts of oil. One thing when you buy it in the 5-gallon pails, you need quarts. And so what I do is I either do this or I have other ways of measuring a quart, but it's 15 quarts of oil, and double check it. Obviously, every vehicle, who knows, could be different. I have no clue. But from what I do is I do 15 quarts of oil, and then I double check it and I top it off if needed at that point. All right, so 19 foot-pounds on the oil cap, or the oil filter cap. And I think it's 18 to 22 pounds on the drain plug down bottom. So that's it. All right, so I'm gonna open up the hood. We'll take off that filter. Looking right into the sun, sorry about that. And we'll get this oil change done super quick. So one thing about this truck is I am actually making it and getting it ready to put that truck camper on it. And this is gonna be my weekend getaway vehicle. That was the whole point of me getting this truck. So, and you're gonna need something to stand on to reach your oil filter. Here is your oil filter right there. It looks like the previous owner hacked this up. I don't think my socket is going to fit on it. I will try. If not, I'm gonna have to put a wrench on it, or a pair of pliers on it, I mean. So let me go underneath, but that's your oil filter right there. So let me go underneath and get the oil draining from the drain pan first. Now, one thing you want to make sure is you have an oil pan big enough to collect all that oil. It is a lot of oil. It's a lot more than a car. A car normally has 4 to 5 quarts. Like I said, this should be about 15 quarts of oil, so get a bigger pan. If you go right underneath the driver's side, you will see the oil pan right there, and that is the drain plug. All right, let me pull the drain plug and get this oil out of here. All right, we're gonna let that drain. I'm gonna take the drain plug with me so I can wipe it all off and clean it. And we'll be back to put the cap in it. Like I said, make sure this is big enough because that's a lot of oil coming out. So I just happened to look underneath and look at this. It's still draining and my tub is almost full. That's a lot of oil coming out of there. There we go. Now it's finishing up. But look at that, that almost filled that whole tub. So that is 15, if that's 15 quarts is a lot of oil, guys. Make sure you have a big tub underneath there. All right, let me get back up on top. If that wasn't stripped, this would work on it. It's kind of stripped. If it's no good, I'm gonna have to try to get it with the pliers. But let's see, I think it's gonna be beyond strip. I'm gonna have to end up getting a new one. Oh no, I got it. All right, I got it. There's just enough left on it for it to grab. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. And there'll be an O-ring on the cap, and it's going to be spring loaded. It's going to be saturated with oil. So, like I said, don't forget it's going to be spring loaded. It should pop up a little bit here. Once the threads are out, there it is. Let's take this ratchet off here, or the socket. Oh, I can't even get the socket off of it. All right, let's pull it up with the socket, I guess. And the truck's been sitting a little bit, so it'll be in there, and now we can switch it out. So the cartridge should just pop off of it. There it is. It pops right off right there. And here's the O-ring. So let me get that pick. Just makes it easier to take that O-ring off. Don't need the pliers. Wipe this clean. You can see there's a fat groove right there. That's where your O-ring has to go, not in the threads. It's got to go in this fat groove, your new O-ring. So get that nice and clean. I'm leaving that on there because it's easier to, I'll take it off once it's on, screwed back on. Let's open up the Motorcraft box. Here's your oil filter. This should pop in. And it's on. And there should be an O-ring in the box. Bottom of the box, there's an O-ring right there. Let me move this. All right, open up the new O-ring. Slide the O-ring all the way down. And make sure you get it in the O-ring groove, not up on the threads like that. You want to get it down in the groove that it's supposed to be in, like that. And then I'm going to get some new oil, and I'm going to wipe the oil on the O-ring. I'm going to put a little bit of new oil on that O-ring, like that. And at this point, some people actually fill their oil up that way instead of going through the filler tube, but I'm just going to go through the filler tube. They say it's actually quicker to go through this way, but I'm not in a rush. All right, and you can see, let me turn the camera around. You'll see that it's spring loaded. You can see it's spring loaded right there. Carefully put this in. And there's your spring loaded. Just get it, don't cross thread it, just get it started by hand. And now it's touching the O-ring. All right, let me get my torque wrench and set it to 19, and I'll tighten that up. If I remember correctly, I think it's 19, but double check your owner's manual. Oh, see, it's too stripped. It's just going around. It's too stripped for the torque wrench to actually work on it. Well, that's not good. Let me try to get a little piece of sandpaper, see if I can get a bite on it with sandpaper. Be right back. So 19 foot-pounds is not a lot. So I'm gonna put a little piece of sandpaper in here, see if that helps. There's 19 right there, and it did. All right, so I gotta put on the shopping list a new cover, because I am definitely not going to keep doing that. Before I go back underneath, I'm going to open this up just because I'm right here. That's my filler neck. My oil dipstick is that tall one over on that side. So let's go underneath and put the drain plug back in. Here's a drain plug. I wiped it all off. Got that nice little copper washer on there. And this drain plug is going to be 18 to 22, I think. So I'm just going to set the torque wrench to 19 or 20. And then I'll go underneath and I'll tighten it up. I got my drain plug here. Get it in there without cross-threading it. And without dropping it in the oil. And double check your owner's manual yourself to make sure that you're not over tightening this. I'm going to put mine at 19 also. There's 19. And then when I get out of here, I'm going to drag the oil out and wipe that off with a rag. Well, at 4 quarts a gallon, that's over, I think, 3.5 gallons of oil. So make sure you have a big enough oil pan, otherwise it's gonna go everywhere. All right, so now I gotta figure out how to get 15 quarts out of that. Well, there's not a full 15 in there. I think there's only 2 gallons left in there. And then I got another 5-gallon pail right here, brand new. And we'll start filling it up. All right, guys, I'm gonna do this the hard way. And I know it's gonna make a mess. So I got a rag covering the engine. Got a rag cover in there, rag cover in there. I'm just gonna pour it 15 times. Here we go. Let's hope I don't lose count. Well, that's it, guys. I am going to start the truck up now. That's gonna be a pain in the butt to dump. I'm gonna have to have my kid help me. Gonna start the truck up now, check for leaks. Hopefully there are none, and go from there. So it looks like I put 80 miles on it yesterday. First day driving it, well, yesterday and today. I gotta take out the trailer brake modular too. That's how, has a code on it. Okay. Sorry about that, I hit the button, guys. Oil pressure gauge says there's oil right there. Oil pressure's right in the middle. Check for leaks. I don't see any. good up there. Let's shut it off. At this point, you would check the oil on your dipstick. I won't get an accurate reading because my truck is actually on a downhill angle. My back tires are probably, 8 inches lower than my front tires. It's a pretty good angle. So I know it's 15 quarts, and when I move the truck later on to a flat spot, I'll just check it in a dipstick. It's a really long dipstick, so you might have to do it a couple times to make sure you're getting an accurate reading. But from what my research showed, like I said, I haven't done an oil change on the 6.0 yet. This is the first time I did it, as far as I remember. Hope this helps. Check out the other videos. There's a lot of repairs that I've been doing, or replacement of parts I've been doing, and repairs on this entire truck. Everything from tearing apart the turbo all the way on to replacing emergency brake backers, the dust shields in the back, the calipers, bleeding them, making that custom flatbed, modifying that custom flatbed. That was a flatbed that was manufactured by a manufacturer. It's too big for the truck. I modified it to fit this truck. There is a whole bunch of videos out there on this truck, and it's been a journey. So it's almost ready. I'm bringing it to the shop to have a professional. I'm just having the tie rod done. He's gonna do the tie rods in the front end alignment while it's there. And I'm gonna have him rebalance all the wheels because I pressure washed all the rust off the wheels. And then he's gonna double check the computer with his computer to make sure there's no random codes or anything that I'm missing. But anyways, and then it's time to put the camper on it. After I put another couple hundred miles on it, I'm gonna mount that camper on it, and I'm gonna go on a vacation without breaking down, I hope. All right, guys, see you on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if this content does help you, I greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and leave comments. If I'm doing something wrong, don't be a wise guy and be very negative, but help me out. Tell me what I did wrong, or tell me better ways of doing things. I really appreciate constructive criticism, guys. All right, 2006 F350 6.0 oil change. Thanks, guys.